perfect.
Let's go!
In this adventure, we'll be overlanding the Republic of Chile, and more precisely, the desertic Atacama region.
I didn't imagine it was going to be so desertic.
In Chile, we'll be exploring the amazing Pacific coastline.
There's a penguin!
We'll be playing in huge sand dunes. We'll be hiking in extraterrestrial landscapes. We'll be camping in spectacular locations. We'll be swimming in deep canyons and natural hot springs. And we'll be steamed to magical volcanic fields.
There's steam coming out from everywhere.
In Chile, we'll enjoy nature amongst plenty of new friends. We'll stargaze in surreal campsites. We'll test the limits of our camper in crazy roads. And we'll freeze in the high-altitude geyser fields.
Freezing, it's all icy. It's only -10.
Chile truly is a land of extremes. From its rugged coastline to high-altitude volcanoes. From its old, beautiful cities to its remote, sand-blasted desert. And from its extreme daylight heat to its extremely cold nights.
This is gonna be a great camping spot.
This is the life!
Hi, I'm Dana, and this is my husband Javier, and my 2 kids, Lucas and Clara. We sold it all to go travel the world, and we won't stop until we've seen it all.
Chile is a country located in the Pacific coast of South America. It is the longest nation of the planet with a north to south length of 4,300 kilometers. The north of Chile is mostly desertic, and it is home to the driest place on earth, the Atacama Desert, which stretches from the Pacific coast to the high volcanoes of the Andes.
Well, we have made it here to Santiago, Chile, and we're getting picked up with a taxi and going to meet Pancho, our new member of the family. So this is the new member of the family. This is Pancho, and we plan on using him for the next couple years to travel around all of South America. It's a 4x4 vehicle, Toyota, and it should be a lot of fun.
Pancho is a camperized 2022 Toyota Hilux. It was manufactured by Camper Travel, a Chilean brand that mostly specializes in 4x4 vehicles for sale and for rent.
It's been quite the ordeal. It took us a few months to purchase him, but here he is, and let's go do the tour.
It's small, but there's enough space for all our stuff, so let's show you the tour of it. Okay, here's the kitchen. This is to cook, this is to wash, and this is the fridge. I don't know how to open it. Cold in here.
Okay, and what do we have there?
Toilet, there's a shower there, and here's the toilet.
Where's your bed?
Here. I'm going to sleep like this, not like this. Another bed is up here. And Mommy and Papa's bed.
That's it. That's the camper.
And
It starts here, finishes there.
And I think it should be just big enough and comfortable enough for us to survive months together. Only time will tell. All right, well, we are finally ready to actually leave on our adventure. It's been 5 days here in Santiago, buying, doing paperwork, just crazy. But we're ready to go, got everything we need, so let's get going. We are finally on the road.
So the plan now is we're heading up north to the north of Chile, the Atacama Desert region. It is a 19-hour drive, so we're not gonna do it in one go.
We have reached Pichidongi, our first stop on this Chilean road trip.
Lucas, hey, what do we have here?
a sea lion.
Oh my God, he's huge. Oh, here he is, he's right there. Look at his tail, look at his tail, look at his tail.
We have pelicans, sea lions, eagles, and all this while we wait for lunch to be made. Our first official meal on this trip. We've seen sea lions, we've seen pelicans, and now what do we have for lunch?
Chilean empanadas.
Seafood empanada. Lucky, give it a bite.
Hot.
Hot? Give it a try.
I'm not gonna get tired of these.
It does look good. What do you think of this camping spot?
It's gonna be hard to beat this one.
Pretty amazing view of the ocean.
This is so perfect. We have reached the heart of the desert now. We're just surrounded by dunes. Absolutely breathtaking.
Let's get sandy.
Just what the camper needs, sand. First stop, a little bit of hiking in the dunes.
It's gonna be so fun.
Run up the dune now.
Climbing up the dune.
You're getting full of sand?
Yes, and it's so smooth.
Pretty epic views.
Amazing up here. Wow, I didn't imagine it was gonna be so desertic.
I'm at the top.
And this is how we go down dune. Lucas
I'll
says.
show you how it's done.
And this is how middle-aged people do this. Getting old for this stuff. Let me see your teeth. Oh, you have sand everywhere. Thank God it's our laundry day. I think we have a bit of a sand issue.
Oh! Sand in the camper, no! You're just about to enter the Parque Nacional de Pan de Azúcar. We've got sunset, the coast, it's absolutely epic. And we're looking for our camping site.
And this is our camping spot for the night.
Just in time for sunset.
We're gonna have a place!
This is definitely the most amazing campsite yet. Our camp, right on the beach. Hello, Clary, what are you doing?
Waiting.
A pretty amazing place to have breakfast. We're gonna have a quick breakfast, get energy, because today we are going on a hike in the national park.
To try to see guanaco.
We may see foxes as well.
Yep. Maybe we could see a dolphin jump out.
Well, we're on our way to our first hike, and the road is quite the experience already.
We are off-roading here.
Well, we've reached the trailhead of the hike Quebrada del Castillo. It looks pretty fun, so let's get going. Hey, let's go, guys.
Have to be careful.
You wouldn't want to get pushed in.
Pinchy, pinchy, pinchy.
Oh man, the spikes are huge. That is tall, eh? Like, look, I can't even touch the top.
So this park is famous for its big cacti because with the moisture of the sea, these things grow quite a lot.
This is epic. We haven't seen a single person in this national park. We are completely by ourselves in this desert.
It is pretty remote. No one, no water, blue sky, not a single shade, pretty wild.
You don't want to get lost in here, that's for sure. Keeps going and going. But our mission is to see our first guanaco, and there's supposed to be lots in this park.
So we've made it to La Quebrada del Castillo, or the canyon, and we have
A cave! Oh, this is great. We've got shade, it's a little bit cooler here. Hey, that was a nice walk, about 4.5 kilometers. Sun all the time, there's no shade.
We're gonna have some lunch in this little cave. We brought food for the horse, but we didn't bring the horse. Enjoying
Well, that's us done, our first hike. It was so beautiful. The solitude was just epic. It's amazing how green. There were flowers. All the plants are actually quite green, so it was very surprising. It was a really different experience. I'm really happy we did it. Well, this is the little town inside the national park. After a good hike, time for a good lunch.
So this is Pan de Azúcar Beach. Lucas and I just went for a quick walk and we've just seen a penguin right there.
There's a penguin! My first penguin!
So awesome and beautiful beach. Oh, it starts there and it finishes there. It is amazing and the camping is right there.
Right, another day and another hike. Today we are doing the Sendero El Mirador. We're gonna go up to the top of the mountain, and from there we should be able to see the entire coastline. Oh man, this valley is even more incredible than yesterday. There's so many cactus. Feels like a backdrop to a movie. I can't believe it's real.
There's a guanaco. Hey, Lucas, there's a guanaco.
Where?
It's right there. You see it there?
I see my first guanaco!
Yeah, and he's actually coming this way. Well, we've reached the end of this hike, and this is the last view of the Pacific Ocean on this trip.
That island over there is Pan de Azúcar Island, and that little village down there is the Caleta where we had lunch yesterday.
Hey, well, we just finished our hike. It was a great desert hike. It was a wonderful time to get the last view of the Pacific, because now we are heading inland. Well, that's us leaving the national park. We're getting back on the Route 5, and now we've got 10-hour drive to our next destination, San Pedro de Atacama. Well, we've been driving for a couple hours now, and this desert doesn't have a single piece of grass.
Welcome to San Pedro de Atacama.
San Pedro de Atacama is a Chilean town located between the Atacama Salt Flats and the base of the Lincanacabur volcano. The historic town was founded in the 1500s during the Spanish conquest of the desert, and it consists of a series of beautiful streets with a traditional adobe architecture and an old colonial church painted in the characteristic white of the city.
We're in San Pedro de Atacama, 2,500 meters above sea level, and this is a beautiful base to explore the surrounding desert.
This is really special. We're camped here next to a football field, and the kids saw Lucas looking in at them, so he's invited them to play, so that's so great.
Today I'm very exhausted because I played a match. I won 6-2.
Awesome! This is what is so nice about drowning with kids. Wherever you go, there's other kids playing, and he was playing football with the locals, so excellent experience.
We're still in San Pedro de Atacama, and we're just getting ready to go for an excursion into the desert for the next couple days. First stop on this excursion is El Valle de la Luna, or Moon Valley. Holy cow, we've just turned the corner and it is truly like we are on the moon. First hike is La Duna Mayor, or the Big Dune. Let's do it.
Very cool hike. We're literally between the sand dune and the canyon cliff.
Heck, I wasn't expecting this at all. It's really nice. We got two problems. We're 200 meters into the hike, we're halfway through our water, and my foot sole is falling off. I think from the heat, it's deglued.
It's not that hot, but wherever you're hit on the sun, it's very, very hot. So for example, my right cheek is toasting. My left cheek is actually cold.
That's the end of our first hike. It was truly amazing. We were wedged between the dune and the cliff, and it had just the most spectacular views of the desert. Definitely happy we did it. Now to our next site. We're on to our second hike. This one's a bit longer, and we should have 3 different viewpoints to see all sorts of dunes.
And that formation right over there is the famous amphitheater. So this hike is a bit different. We're more on the sand dune, and we're gonna make it all the way to a beautiful ridge. We hope to get more views.
Not easy to hike up in the sand.
It looks like a geyser, but just made of sand instead of ice.
Oh my God. What a view. That's amazing.
Whoa, it's you!
That's the dune that we climbed earlier. Pretty cool. It's very nice from up here.
Guys, you rock. You awesome. Come on,
Ta-da.
buddy. 5. Woo! These kids are amazing. It is hot and they haven't complained once. We are so lucky.
Free range kids. That's what you want.
Yay!
You get very thirsty in the desert. Best way to go down a dune.
This is it. We're done with hike 2. It was definitely the most complete. There was 3 different lookout points and all views were of different sides of the desert. So it was really, really epic. And now we have a scenic drive, a few more viewpoints, but without long hikes. And thank goodness, because it's hot. And then it's time for sunset. Well, now we've got a rock formation that has been caused by wind erosion, and it's called Tres Marias. Well, that is us done with El Valle de la Luna. We actually have agreed to meet some other overlanders at the Magic Bus, but it is not easy to find.
This is the Magic Bus.
The Magic Bus is a popular destination for stargazing tours. It is located in an abandoned salt mine around 35 kilometers away from San Pedro.
All on board.
All aboard!
The Magic Bus.
Now, is this cool or what? Look at this driver.
How do you drive? There's some views of the camp.
See everyone.
Can really feel the altitude. I just ran from there to here, and we have an awesome camp. Sunset, our friends, and us, and that's it. Gone. Another day in paradise.
We're just gonna make some breakfast and eat outside while it's still not too hot, but it warms up so fast. Absolutely beautiful out here.
What an epic place to camp. These are salt blocks. It's an old salt mine, so it's cracking with the difference of temperatures, like crack. So all night I was hearing that. Lucas and I has gone exploring a little bit around our camp, and we found this massive dune and the whole desert and the mountains in the background. We've walked to this ridge and it's an amazing view. We have a massive dune over there. We see all the volcanoes. It really is spectacular. Very happy we've come camp here. I'm very happy we're just coming and exploring this.
It's our last day here at the Magic Bus Camp. It has been the most epic 2 days. This is exactly what I dreamed about, to just be out in the wild, meet other people with a similar sense of adventure, and just enjoy life.
Bye-bye, Magic Bus!
Well, we're just leaving camp, and now we're going to take the scenic route back to San Pedro de Atacama. Well, we've got our first technical bit on this scenic trail back. We'll see how Javier does. Didn't sound very good, but he did a good job. We're going with some of our friends and they don't have 4x4, making sure they make it down safe.
The most technical bit so far, but at the same time I feel a bit forced to do it with the 4x4 since our friends have this one here. So yeah, no pressure.
Well, we're back on the road to start our acclimatization route because in order to go to Bolivia, we need to be acclimatized.
We're gonna be sleeping 3 nights above 3,000 meters. So we just got some timber out to make a nice campfire tonight.
It's not easy to find wood, and we were just driving past and we saw some dead trees there. We're just gonna fasten it onto the vehicle so we can have a barbecue tonight. We found the water. Let's see if we can get through it. Oh, I hate that kind of driving. Makes me so nervous. We've reached our first camping site, which is called Valle de los Cactus, Cactus Valley.
We're in an amazing valley. You can see volcanoes all around us. Middle of the desert, but at the same time, it's a desert with plants. We're next to the river. There's a waterfall. This is gonna be a great camping spot.
Well, we set up camp, and now for a quick bath in the river.
Let's go!
Don't touch the cactus.
Do not touch the cactuses.
Because they're pretty cool.
It will be a good hurt. Oh my God, that's a big cactus.
They don't call it Valley of Cactus for no reason. Continue at a little hike around the river in the search for a pool to swim.
This is gorgeous. It's so funny. Every 20 kilometers, there's a completely different ecosystem.
We've reached some waterfalls.
It's so fun. We're all climbing.
Abajo, abajo. The canyon continues on and on and on.
Guess we gotta cross the river.
So I've continued a bit up ahead. I've left the family behind just to check out how far this canyon goes. And it turns out it goes on forever. It's very nice to be in a place with some vegetation. After almost a week in the heart of the desert with no plants, this is actually very nice. To hear the water, to see the plants, and to finally swim. That's gonna be awesome. So I'm gonna go right back up there and swim in a nice pool that we found.
Well, I think we found our water hole. We still have some sand, and we've got fresh water. Let's do this.
This is so fun!
Pretty nice! Time for the big one. Time for the big ones.
That's so nice. It's not cold at all. It's really refreshing. We're just back. It was such a wonderful hike today. It felt so good. What a wonderful time. I think the kids had a blast. And now for a fire, another barbecue. We're here with friends again. We're camping here tonight. Just another day in paradise.
I gotta turn on the fire, look.
We've got sunset here and time to make a fire and get some dinner. Lucas, nice fire so far. Hey, we got our fire. This is life.
Always have some emergency sand. If the fire goes so big, we have some emergency sand.
We are out wild camping. We're making a fire. We're having barbecued meat with a bunch of new friends that we've met. The whole overlanding thing is non-stop social life. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Chavalillo, que estamos pasándola de puta madre, eh?
Even with the bad Spanish accent, he's Chilean. Joaquin as a chef. And we have Tato.
Hey, what's up, guys?
In charge of the lighting and the sound.
Yeah. I'm the man.
I'm the one that's protecting the fox to not eat the food.
The delicacy of choripan. This is just one of the most amazing delicacies of Chile. It's a new morning. Time to make tortilla de patata, Spanish omelet.
To the kitchen.
I'm a professional guy. Now we have to make the potatoes a little bit softer. And after that, we have to include the onions, the flavor.
Delicious. I have to say it's one of the best tortillas I've ever had. Today is my day to do school and Javier's off to explore the whole canyon.
So same canyon as yesterday, but without the kids, so I'm gonna try to go as far as I can. This is where we made it yesterday with the kids, and from now on it's unexplored territory. It seems like the canyon goes on forever, so I'm gonna get out of the canyon and start going up the hill there. Feel the altitude. Made it to the top of Cerro Chaupeloma at around 3,300 meters, and the views are amazing. So we've got Volcan Lincambur, over there Argentina, right over there San Pedro de Atacama, the Devil's Gorge, El Teitio Volcano, the Puritana Hot Springs, and somewhere over there the camp.
Well, we've changed camping sites and we're on the search for some apparent hot pools down here in this gorgeous valley.
Hello. It's scary, but there's a bridge. Phew.
Okay, let's check if it's hot. Not very hot.
Well, we've been going along the river for some time now. It isn't very hot though. I don't know if I would call them hot springs.
The hot springs are all the way up there, but we're trying not to pay here. We're gonna walk up the river and see when it gets hot.
We've reached a beautiful pool here, but the water is not hot. Now, who's gonna swim?
So I think this is our swimming spot here. Let's see how these hot springs are. It's a bit cold at night. I must lose my pants.
I was deciding not to go in, but by the feeling, I think they're warmer than I am here with the wind. Because it's already almost through the evening and it's really quite cold.
The water was more or less warm, but coming out it really is cold.
Yeah, I was jealous whilst they were in there, but I'm not jealous now. Well, that's us leaving El Valle de los Cactus. It was so nice to go down into the riverbed, have a real bath, and the elevation, we haven't had many problems. We had the most lovely barbecue last night with some chilenos, and they really taught us how to eat a proper choripan. And now we are going up
4,000 meters to continue our acclimatization to a very cold place.
We got a herd of guanacos. They're adorable.
We saw our first animal in the car.
A family of guanacos.
It's like us. They were a family of 4. We just saw guanacos and flamingos.
Yeah, there's this lagoon here and there's like a ton of flamingos. I didn't know you could get flamingos at like 4,000 meters.
Yeah.
And there's a huge herd of guanacos over here. This is like paradise. Well, we have reached Geyser Blanca. We're up above 4,000 meters and it is cold, but we have got burning hot water here. It's crazy.
It's very hot.
We have got to take advantage of this boiling hot water. So we're gonna cook our eggs. Let's put this in. I love this stuff.
We learned this trick in Japan.
Snack time! It has like a special taste. How is it, Luke?
Good. So good, this one. Definitely the best eggs I ever had.
And now let's find a place to swim.
Yes!
So we've got the hot water coming from up this hill, cold water coming from below, and hopefully where they join, we should be able to swim.
Let's check out how hot or cold this water is.
Hey guys.
On the hot side,
How is it?
this is the light.
How is it, guys?
Hot spring. It really is unbelievable the spots we're finding here. The steam coming from the earth. We've just swam in the river. It was very hot and nice.
Being here all alone in our own hot spring around geysers is just amazing. I feel so fortunate right now. We have reached our final destination. It's going to be a cold night. Time to get in the camper for the rest of the night.
There's this noisy bird that decided to come join us. So the guards at the geyser camp let us park right here. First one's in for tomorrow.
A fox. I was just looking out the window and saw him right there.
He's coming for food.
Today I saw guanacos, flamencos, and foxes. Today's been the best day.
We just woke up at 4,200 meters above sea level. It's a bit cold.
Freezing. It's all icy. If the heating works. My head is killing me. I feel like I drank like 2 bottles of wine. It's that same kind of hangover feeling. It's awful.
You need to hydrate. We're making some hot drinks to warm this up.
Well, we've reached the geyser fields of El Tatio.
El Tatio Geyser Fields literally means Grandpa Who Cries, and it is the largest geyser complex in the southern hemisphere.
There's steam coming out from everywhere. It's right before sunset. It's completely frozen.
It makes a lot of sound when it's coming out.
Ooh, this one's a steamy one.
Where are you looking at?
This one is hot.
All this hot water makes me want to have a hot drink.
One river is frozen solid. Not meant for heavy loads.
It won't break. It didn't break for me. I'm the heavy load.
This one is a proper geyser that it actually sprouts water out.
Gets up to about 1.5 meters. This is cool. It actually feels slightly warm here. It's really nice.
Who wants some smoke?
Well, we've seen the ground is actually steaming, so we're warming our toes up on it. Just even driving through this field is just epic. There's steam everywhere.
I'm so warm here, but I was freezing in the geyser.
They got all cozy here.
Oh, it is cold.
It is -10 is gone up 1 degree, was -11.
It's only -10, but I swear it feels like -25. Must be the humidity or the altitude, I don't know.
So we left the gray water thing open in case it froze, and look what happened. So good thing I opened it. I didn't blow the pipe.
All right, well, that's us done with our acclimatization camping trip. So now we're heading back down to San Pedro where it's warmer, going out for some restaurants, and just taking a bit of a break before our next adventure. Well, we are just filling up all our tanks here because we are now off to Bolivia.
So getting ready to cross the Andes. So we have to go almost to 5,000 meters. So we're going through a road that is the Laguna Road. It takes around 4 days to get to the next civilization point.
So we've had to fill up with as much drinking water as possible, as much water for the toilet and the sink, and as much diesel. And so it's actually taking a lot of planning. We're really stocked up. I'm hoping we haven't forgotten anything. Let's lock her up.
Lock it up. Because diesel in Bolivia is worth very little for them, but very much for the foreigners.
Is it secure?
Okay, we're ready to go. Secure and locked.
No one's stealing our diesel. We're starting our adventure. We're going to the Paso Ito Cajon. It's 35 kilometers away from San Pedro. And from what we've heard, it goes straight up.
You go 2,000 meters straight up. And right there is Bolivia.
So we're not actually 100% sure that we will get into Bolivia.
The bag is about to explode.
It's true, the air pressure is definitely lower and everything is expanding. We have reached the top
Off to Bolivia!
I believe this is the control. Well, we're here waiting at the border again. Javier's gone into the offices. Very, very nervous because they've given us a lot of problems, but hopefully it will go well. Fingers crossed. Well, we are officially on our way to the Bolivian border. We made it through the Chilean side,
Normally it's hard to get in. In this case, it's been hard to get out.
but we got through. So Bolivia, here we come.
So far what I see, I like it.
I can see the Bolivian customs. Woo! We made it to Bolivia. What a morning!
It's been hard. Complaints will be filed, but we're in Bolivia. Yeah!
That is us done here in Chile. We are all ready to set off to Bolivia. It has been the most amazing time. We managed to buy our camper. The coastline of Chile was just fabulous. Lucas saw his first penguin, and the breathtaking views were more than I expected, especially because we got to camp right there. And then, of course, seeing all those dunes, rolling down them, hiking them, just enjoying the views of them. That was so much fun. Then we headed to San Pedro and we met so many cool people there. The overlanding community was just awesome. And from there, we did lots of little side camp trips, swam in hot springs, we swam in rivers, we did some beautiful hikes, and the stargazing was just way beyond my expectations. Then last but not least, we went up to 4,500 meters. We saw some of the coolest geysers I've ever seen. It was so cold. So that's it for Chile. Next on the list is Bolivia. So don't forget to subscribe and see you next time.